We all have people that come against us, make negative comments, trying to discredit us or belittle us. Human nature is to get in there and try to straighten them out, prove to them how they're wrong. We think we have to defend ourselves. After all, that's our reputation. But the problem with this approach is as soon as you get one person straightened out, 3 more will pop up. There will always be somebody that's against you, somebody that's trying to make you look bad. If you're constantly trying to defend yourself, you'll get distracted fighting battles that you were never supposed to fight. It's easy to get baited into conflict, thinking, did you see what they said about me on social media? I'm gonna show them who they're messing with. Do you know how much energy it takes to try to pay somebody back or to try to prove to them that you really are a nice person? You are spending emotional energy that you need for your dreams, for your goals. Here's the key. You don't have to defend yourself. God said He will defend you. He will protect your reputation. Quit worrying about the chatter, the negative comments. Those are all distractions. That's the enemy trying to bait you off course so you'll waste your time and energy involved in battles that don't matter.
Imagine your mind is a barn, and inside it are all of the things that bring you joy, but also all of the stuff that annoys you. The potential for a happy life is there, but you have to clear out the annoy to make room for the joy. This is mental decluttering, and it is magical. I did it by accident when I quit my job, but it was so amazing that I developed a way for you to do it on purpose. I call it the not sorry method. It has 2 steps. Step 1, decide what you don't give a fuck about. Step 2, don't give a fuck about those things. Simple, right?
This is a big hang up, because when people hear not giving a fuck, they imagine like a guy drinking beer at a funeral with sunglasses on and like just being really disrespectful and indifferent to what's going on around him. And the truth is that indifference is not, it doesn't solve any of your life problems. Indifference is actually just another form of avoidance of life's problems. And so a healthy form of not giving a fuck, like what people aspire to when they say like, oh, I just wish I didn't give a fuck about this, is they wish that they didn't give a fuck about whatever adversity or struggles that they need to deal with to accomplish their goals. And they have a hard time doing that. So it's not giving a fuck is all about learning how to just simply be comfortable with the adversity.
One of the greatest pieces of advice I've ever gotten in my life was from my mom. You know, when I was a little kid, there was a kid who was bugging me, you know, in school. And she said, okay, I'm going to tell you what to do. She said, the kid's bugging you. He puts his hands on you. You pick up the nearest rock or whatever you can get your hands on, and you lay him out. And I did, and I felt better, and it worked. And for me, you know, that was a great lesson, because someone had invaded my space, invaded my being, you know, and was doing something against me that I didn't want to be done. So I took control of the situation and I ran with it. And many years later, after being, you know, turned into a product, you know, by a very huge corporation that had their hands all over me, and I couldn't escape it, you know. I promised myself that I would continue to move forward and do my best not to compromise in any way whatsoever, you know, not allow anyone to put their hands on me and affect me in that way. So that's the best advice I think I could give, is just to keep moving forward and don't give a shit what anybody thinks, you know. Just keep moving forward and do what you have to do for you.
And I'll tell you what, when they say that wealth has its privileges and power is certain things you do when you have power, that's absolutely true. But I'm going to tell you, the common man, common woman, like the people like me, there's one privilege, one advantage that I think is superior to the privilege of money and power and advantage, stuff like that. It's a supreme advantage. The advantage of not giving a fuck. Not giving a fuck is a supreme advantage. Because if you don't give a fuck, you cannot be bought. You can't be bought. And you can speak your mind, you can be free, and you can go to sleep at night with a clear fucking conscience because you don't